In this moment in history, we need imagination.
We're living in a time where our actions now could have dramatic future consequences.
We're engineering the future climate of the planet. We're inventing technologies like artificial intelligence and gene editing that could affect future generations of humanity.
The challenges of our changing world can feel paralyzing. But one resource we often overlook is the wealth of knowledge from earlier eras of humanity.
Think about the first people who planted seeds and waited for those later harvests. The people who planned the space program. These are stories and models of how human beings can actually think ahead. We are affecting the future of the planet in a way that previous generations of humanity couldn't have even imagined. And so in this moment, we really need to allow the distant past to inform our notion of what's possible in the future. I'm Bina Venkataraman. I'm the author of The Optimist Telescope, and I'm also the editorial page editor of the Boston Globe. So when I talk about optimism, I don't mean that we should all sit back in our armchairs and just assume the world's going to be fine. I think of optimism as being willing to imagine the future that you want and making choices to bring about that future.
That's not always easy to do. There are societal forces working against foresight.
Our culture reinforces being short-term oriented, whether that's the way that our technologies work, encouraging us to seek that extra like, or whether it's how our elections work. Everything in your immediate surroundings you can take in with your senses. You can smell it, you can touch it, you can hear it, you can feel it. But the future is really an abstraction to us. We conjure it with our minds. So we have to overcome that gap. In the Optimist Telescope, I write about shared heirlooms. I think it became a powerful metaphor for understanding how do we shepherd things through time.
A shared heirloom can be a physical object, but it can also be a concept or a custom. It's something a culture collectively values and works to preserve in order to care for future generations.
In the United States, we have the national park system. We have, over generations, protected landscapes, and each generation gets to have fun in these beautiful protected areas. Or take, for example, the infamous Fukushima Daiichi meltdown. Closer to the epicenter of the 2011 earthquake is the Onagawa nuclear power station. Unlike Fukushima, this power station was a place of refuge for people in the city. It was that safe.
The engineer Yasusuke Hirai used his knowledge of a shared heirloom to keep Onagawa safe. In his hometown was a shrine that flooded in an earthquake and tsunami in the year 869. That knowledge was kept alive, and it informed his decision to build Onagawa at a higher elevation, protecting the lives of people over 1,000 years later. But in order for a shared heirloom to survive, a society must agree that it's valuable and work to protect it.
We need an arsenal of tools and insights that transcend the present. But our memories tend to be a lot shorter than Yasusuke Hirai's in Onagawa.
That means we need to work diligently to understand the fundamental problems in our society and think about what we can do now to guard against future threats.
The fact that we were so ill prepared for this pandemic, I think that just shows that we need to get more creative about how we measure and reflect our progress. People are growing to value physical connection, community connection. They're going to understand how their own health depends on the health of people who might have gone overlooked. There's no clear silver bullet for how we solve problems of the future, which is why I wrote The Optimist Telescope. We have so much possibility that's untapped, and there's so much more we can do that we're not doing today, and that's what gives me hope.
Hey, thanks for watching this video. If you liked it, share it with a friend, and check out freethink.com for more stories of people moving the world.